This might be the rarest palm in New York.
Hi everyone, it's Tim. This is the first midweek video that I am doing, and it's going to be kind of fun and kind of a little shorter and a little bit different format than my normal Saturday video that I do every week if you haven't seen it. I am doing one subject today, which is really hard for me because I'm always scattered all over this garden, but just one thing, and that thing is my Chilean Wine Palm Hybrid, which is right here. And those of you who know me know this is my favorite palm of all in my garden. It is getting so nice and big, and I wanted to like walk around it so you could see how big it is. And I just love it. It's just beautifully amazing, and it just is such a crazy thing considering that this palm is less than 3 years old in my garden. It'll be 3 years in October, and it came from California in the mail. So, and it came pretty big, but it's truly one of the craziest purchases I've ever done as a palm tree. And it might be one of the craziest things that Gary Gregg, who I bought it from in California, ever sent out. I need to ask him that. But I wanted to just take you through this palm. It's a hybrid. It is a cross between a butia or a butia, I can never really know how to say that, and a Chilean wine palm. And it is not hardy to New York, but it is really, really hardy. And I do cover it in the winter, and I'm going to show that on here too. But I just wanted to show off this beautiful palm today and talk about it.
This palm has grown so big since I got it. And when I bought it in the fall because Gary Gregg had Chilean wine palms for sale, and I contacted him because I saw it on his YouTube video, and he said, "You're in New York. I think a hybrid would be better for you because of the humidity," and I took his advice. And so I got it in October, and I was going to bring it inside for the winter and plant in the spring, but it was so large I thought I'm just going to put it in the ground. And I'm glad I did, because it just took off immediately. It almost had no time to adapt. It just started growing that spring. And it's such a beautiful palm. I really, really love it. But here it is. Here's the box I got. I took it out on the patio. I got my scissors out. I was so nervous about this because I was just like, okay. He somehow crammed this into a box, and he made a video about packing it up, but I had not seen the video yet on YouTube. You can go to his YouTube channel and watch him packing it up. But so I was like, well, what is it? Is it going to look good? What's it going to be like? And I was really amazed how he packed this. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. And I was just like, well, what am I going to get here? And he packed it well. It was a little damaged not the plant, but the box was damaged. But the plant arrived perfectly fine. There was no soil anywhere spilled out. It just, somehow this got through the mail pretty good. And like I said, I've never had anything this big go through the postal system. And yeah, here it is when it was on the deck, and I immediately it's grown so much since then. As you can tell, it's really bushed out, and it's got so much more of a trunk now on it. And this is from last fall, just to kind of show my method. I basically tie it up with bungee cords or a tie cord, and to allow, because it's a little too big. And then I have Christmas lights on it, and I have my structure. Now on this one, I for some reason decided to have two sides that are plastic so light gets through. And I have no idea if this tree truly needs light in the winter or not, because I did it the first year for this palm, and I'm not going to change it because I'm successful. And some of you may say you do not need to have light coming through because it goes dormant, just like my Trachycarpus and my Washingtonias. But this one, I love way too much. I'm not going to change my method. So as you can see here, I've got two sides plastic, sun comes through. I open up the top on nice days in the winter as much as possible. I only close it up at night when it's really cold or really cold during the day, but here you can see. And then I have my Christmas lights, and I have a temperature gauge that turns the lights on at 32. Here you can see how I anchor the palm with the boards rounded to the frame, and there's one of the foam boards on the side. And I do have to mention that when I built this structure, it's a little small already, and I will be adding on to it this year because when I do this in the fall, it will be too big for this. So I need to add a part on the bottom to get it through the winter better, because I don't want to have it pushed down from the top, even though I open it up a lot. And the nice thing about having the Chilean wine palm up by the house is this is the view from my bedroom windows. So I can look out and see it every day. And in the winter, I can look out and make sure the lights are on if it's really, really cold, which also helps.
We've come to the zone pushing rating part of my video, which I'm going to do every week, midweek, but not on Saturday, because Saturday is my normal garden video, just so everybody keeps that straight. So, zone pushing rating for the Chilean wine palm. I'm going to give it an 8. It is my favorite palm. I love it. It really requires minimal care in the summer. In fact, I don't think I've ever even cut off a frond on this palm yet. It still has the original fronds that I got when I got it in 2022. But it's New York. I am zone 6B. It does require protection in the winter. I probably could do less protection than I'm doing right now. So maybe a 9, maybe, but I still think it requires some work. So I'm going to say an 8. So anyone who wants to get this type of palm, an 8's not so bad. 8's pretty good. That would be a B, I think. A B, yes, a B in the A, B, C, D, F. I would definitely not give it a C or D and F, because I think it's a great, great palm. And as you know, I love it. It might be hard to find. I think you could get away with just a regular Chilean wine palm. In fact, I kind of want to try one here in the near future, not this year, but maybe soon, just to see what it does. But one thing I do want to point out, because it's bent down like this, it is retaining a lot of the qualities of its parent, the Pindo palm, the Butia, which I like that kind of curved look, where if it was a Chilean wine palm, it would definitely be more upright like this if it was not a hybrid. But I just think it's beautiful and it looks different than anything else. So yes, an 8.